Today I'll be going to discuss here another experiment of physical chemistry, that is, as the name suggests, as the experiment written here, that titrate ferrous ammonium sulfate solution against potassium dichromate solution potentiometrically, and also determine the redox potential of ferrospheric system. In this experiment, we have to find out, ultimately what we have to find out. We have to find out the redox potential of ferrospheric system. For this experiment, we require different apparatuses, that is potentiometer, burette, beakers, reference electrode, platinum electrode, clamps, etc. Here, mercury will be taken as reference electrode. The value of potential is fixed, and that is why we are using here. So, in order to have this experiment, potentiometrically, what we exactly measure? We measure the EMF, electromotive force or potential of the solution for the titration. And for this experiment, as I just suggest you, I am giving you a demonstration to all of you. Let us go there and see the apparatus. Here we have, please come all of you here. Here we have a potentiometer that reads the potential. This is direct reading potentiometer, and we have two electrodes here, as I suggested there. That is, one is platinum electrode, it is here, and this is the reference electrode. These two electrodes will be deep into the solution, where we will find out the value of potentials. And in order to get the system, that is what we are taking, the ferrous ammonium sulfate, it is titrated against the potassium dichromate. We will first of all take the ferrous sulfate into the beaker, as the measured quantity can be transferred into the beaker, and it should be diluted with the 100 times. That is, we will mix the 100 ml of distilled water into them. We shake them, and now we will titrate this mixture with the help of potassium dichromate, which is filled into the burette. So, to titrate it, we will fill up the potassium dichromate into the burette, and we will take the readings, that we will mix it one by one. That is, we will successively add 1 ml, 2 ml, 3 ml, and then find out the potentials. Suppose we are mixing 1 ml. I have added the 1 ml of the potassium dichromate, and then it will be put into the, it should be dip the electrodes into the solution and mix it thoroughly, and then find out the value of potential. Suppose it is coming out 432. Now again we will keep it to the standby and remove the electrodes, and then further add 1 ml more potassium dichromate. Again, the electrodes will be dipped into the solution with constant stirring. It should be thoroughly mixed, constant stirring, and again find out the value of potential. You will find that the potential will go on increasing gradually. If you add successively 1 ml, 1 ml, 1 ml, the potential will go on increasing gradually. Primarily, it will go on increasing. And if you mix it, there will be a gradual increase in the potential. And after some time, you will find that there is a sudden increase in the potential. There will be sudden increase in potential. And then after adding more and more potential decrement, there will be also gradual decrease. So in this way, we will obtain a graph like sigmoid graph, S-shaped graph we will find out. And from this graph, we will obtain the value of equivalence point. Equivalence point means the end point. We will get the end point. And after evaluating the end point, we will find out the value of E observance. That is potential observance. And we will half them and it becomes half potential. And by putting this equation, by putting the values of potential, by putting the values of these values into the equation, we will find out the value of redox potential. And I am going to discuss here, I am going to elaborate this into the table like here. After doing the experiment, we will prepare an observation table in which serial numbers, the number of volume will be added, that is the volume of potential decrement added. In the first experiment, there will be no adding of potential decrement. Simply we take the ferrous sulfate solution and we will find the value of, we will find the potential value. And next we will add 1 atom. And then we will find the value of potential. Likewise, by successive addition, we get the volumes, we get the different volumes of the potential decrement and their corresponding potentials. And after making a table, a number of volume we will get, a number of potential we will get, and after doing experiment, we will plot a graph. That is, we will plot a graph between EMF of system, what we observed here, and it is plotted against volume of potential decrement added. What we have get here, that is 0 ml, 1 ml, 10 ml. This will be the x-axis. Along the x-axis, you will keep the volume of the alkali added. That is 0 ml, 1 ml, 2 ml, 3 ml, 4 ml, likewise. And their corresponding EMF will be plotted here. We will get the corresponding potentials here. That is 0 ml, at 0 ml, 1 ml, 2 ml, 3 ml, 4 ml, 5 ml, 6 ml, 7, 9, likewise. And initially what you observe there, that the potential after rise, that there will be a sudden rise in the potential up to certain volume. There will be sudden rise in the potential. That if in the beginning the potential difference is 20, now it becomes 80 to 90, it becomes 70 to 90. It means there is a large difference in the potential, and this will again go on increasing gradually after adding more and more potential decrements. So this corresponds to the equivalence point. If you put there will be equivalence point, yeah, it will be taken as an end point. You will correspond it. You will plot it on the graph paper, and suddenly you will get the point here. And if you get the point here, then you will find the value of x. That is, the x is the point where the end point and the origin. You find out you will actually find out the value of the value of x. Suppose if it is 10, then we have ultimately to find out the value of x by 2. That is, value of x by 2 corresponds to the E half absorbance, potential at half absorbance. So this corresponds to the value of x by 2. So if you plot the graph, naturally we will get the value of E half observed. So E half observed will be calculated by this graph, and it will be put into the equation. That is, for ferrospheric system, the potential will be equal to half of the absorbance, half of the observed value, and we will add the value of E1. This is the value of the potential. This is the potential of reference electrode. So we should add this potential into this equation. That is, the value is fixed for the reference electrode. For the reference electrode, it is 0.244, and What exactly you will get it there? About 9.9 you will get there. So the redox potential comes out to be 0.9 what exactly it is calculated. So the value of redox potential for this experiment will be coming out about 9 point something. Okay? So in this way you will perform this experiment very efficiently. Any doubt, all of you?